everyone. I'm really happy to be in New Hope. I always loved coming here, like growing up and into my 20s. I just felt it was like a good getaway. There was so much cool happening here. The bookstore was here. So it always feels, and the drive from Bethlehem is really nice. You know, if you take it, it's just, all of it is a treat. So it was like that tonight too, especially coming up with my friends, and we all share our poetry. It's great. Great way to kick off the new year. So yes, this book was mentioned, and the library, actually where I work, the Bethlehem Area Public Library, just decided to go on this venture and start publishing some books. I was, like you could say, the willing guinea pig, because it's good to figure out, like, hey, how much time is this going to take? How much is this going to cost? What's it going to be like when you approach the publisher and interact with them? And I said, well, I'll handle it, I'll do it, you know, and we'll see how it goes. And we did what we did, and it's a real blessing, because I got to put out this book. It's been out since October, and it was a real journey is really what it was. I mean, and it encompasses poems from the last about 12 years. I'll start with a couple from the beginning. This one's called Be Small. It's the first poem in the book. I looked at the sage on the wall, and he said, be small. Be so small you can barely be found at all. So small that you're then large. Larger than the word large can cover. So large that you can encompass all that is. Be that small. See, with this book, I tried to, I don't know about y'all, when I do a reading, I try to kind of give it a little bit of a story, an up and a down, and some poems that kind of flow. So I'll try to do the book like that, you know, take it on a bit of a journey, like with some, you know, you have maybe an awakening and something is clear to you spiritually or in your life, but then you go and you go back to this trial and error, and you make mistakes, and you learn from that. So it almost feels like that's what the poems are, like an aha moment, and then some trial and error, some really a lot of fun, but then some, oh, that was a mistake. That relationship was a mistake, or whatever. And then aha. So it kind of goes, in a sense, throughout that way. And it just felt right that way, instead of trying to kind of put certain poems here and then another section here. Like, no, my life, you never know. It's just, you have that up and down. So this one's called Bird Song. There's definitely a lot of nature involved here. It's a big influence on my writing. She looks great. Beautiful, in fact. The flower sat in her hair just perfectly. The light swam in the dark, and new shapes surfaced. We waited so long for a tired smile to bury itself into my shoulder. What is this dawn again? What is this sound of bird song? I'll follow that bird all day to see where it goes. Maybe it's responsible for the dawn somewhere else. Or maybe they're all just one bird singing, because God wants to hide himself in all that fly. So, in this book, you know, I take walks, right? Take walks often in nature. It just really balances me. It gets me back to like a more peaceful mood. But you know, I can't help but take pictures sometimes, you know? It's beautiful things. So, you know, that's some pictures I put in the book. These are just from my cell phone, and they come across pretty well. So you got a little duck there in the Monocacy pond and some other things. Just, you know, random pictures. I thought would go with the idea of the energy that I was looking to put forth. This one was interesting. I don't know if you see it real close. There's this individual here, right? So this is the Lehigh River. I was walking across the bridge going to work. I didn't have a car at that time. Bethlehem Steel, famous place. 9:30 in the morning, and this guy is standing in the middle of the river fishing. One guy. I thought, that is so cool. Look at that guy, you know. And it was like this majestic history, the history of the Bethlehem Steel, the steel sacks behind him. He's not like, you know, 10 feet in, or, you know, he's in the middle of that thing. And I thought, man, that's just so cool. And I was just, there was my phone, trying to take a, I'm like, yeah, I gotta get to work. But I'm like taking a picture in between on the bridge. And it kind of, that's how it came out, and it didn't look exactly like that, but a cell phone and the light, you never know. And I was really happy, because sometimes they turn out almost like a painting.
That's an awesome pic.
Oh,
That
thanks,
looks like
man.
a Turner painting.
Hey, oh, ooh.
Right.
Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, Turner, yeah.
Yeah.
I love Turner, yeah. So, and then I'm structuring this book, and it's like, I have these paintings, these pictures, but I didn't have a corresponding poem for every one. So I decided to put the pictures in the middle, and like this one seemed to work next to this. Oh my God, I never told this part of the story. I went out with Marlena, Bird's, how you call her? Stepdaughter? Stepdaughter. She's a great artist, poet, scholar, really awesome person. And for some reason, she just challenged me. I want you to write 2 poems by the time you go to bed tonight. And like we hung out, and I left. I was like, all right. And then she actually said 1, just write 1. So I ended up writing 3. And this was number 2, and thus it's titled 2. But I really liked it, and it ended up in this book, next to the Bethlehem Steel poem with the lone fisherman. 2. Deer standing side by side on a mountain that has seen so much. The deer sense all of these previous thoughts. Sharp antlers pinpoint love, decency, and the awe of a winter drive. Slow descending, snow delicate on every branch. Happy to taste white mountain ground. Put down your winter coat. Feel the rawness of my touch. The humanity I share with you. I will hold whatever fits of you in the palm of my hand. Both hands may be a lifetime, or maybe a winter's walk against a storied backdrop. Many have come before, but none with a story like ours. Every day a new snowflake, unique one drops and then disappears. How many days of ours are like these, besides all that have ever come before? All right, you can clap while I take a drink here. We'll do something. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. I was holding that in.
I can tell. I did that for you.
I was ready at the end of each one.
I don't know. Oh, anyway. Oh, crazy poems. Jeez. All right, there's some really interesting artists in our area. Really interesting. And this one guy's a shaman / artist, and he has a farm that I used to go to all the time. So I wrote this poem at his farm at like 3 in the morning while eating mangoes. Actually, after eating mangoes. It wasn't the while, it was the after. The life of mangoes. Walk into a storied kitchen. Eat mangoes at 3 in the morning. There's love on my mind, in my body, and is my soul. Love is my soul, the heart of me. And my mangoes that taste so sweet like a heaven defined are fed to me by fingers naked, ripe from exploration. We say we won't eat anymore, but can't resist another bite. Soft and wet, the texture is so pleasing. Tomorrow visit the store again and visit day-old, week-old, lifetime-old feelings. Who will carry me home with care, admire my shape and potential? Who will peel back my exterior and reveal all I have to offer? Who will hold my delicate, ripe body and savor me? Take their time with every moment. Who will be the one I become a part of? A symphony of light. I course through all of her veins until we suddenly realize we have become one. Needing each other completes our destiny. But what am I if I cannot nourish you? And what is your life for if you don't eventually realize its sweetest fruit? All right, so I'll read one more, and I'll turn it back over to Cleveland. These books are for sale. I have a bunch here. If you're interested, they're $12. I know they might charge tax up front, but just let me know. We have them here, and You know, they're available online. They're available at the library. Available if you ever see me out and about. I usually have one somewhere. So, thanks for coming out tonight, and looking forward to hearing the rest of the poets. This is called Cut Right from the Middle of the Song. It's a middle of the night Facebook poem. Nobody goes on Facebook in the middle of the night, right? And just kind of tooling around. People probably don't do that. It's usually just me. So, cut right from the middle of the song. Worn out grooves, not listening. Head bobs still. Imaginary rhythm. Heart cuts too, but not like it should. Every day another person heals himself. Peeling back pages from the book. A breath of God fills his lungs. Her mind fills with holy thoughts, and silence springs forth upon the doorway. Thank you, again and again. It comes from the space we don't see. So small it could be non-existent, but the love produced is real. Every day, someone reinvents themselves, puts on a new pair of clothes, walks out the door to face their fears. She never asked who was there with her, for her, but she always knew she was never alone. Thanks for listening, everybody.